All right. Quiet on the set. Can we please have quiet on the set?
You have bass that goes in people's ears. You can't do stuff
All
like
right,
that.
we're ready in 5, 4. What's up, y'all? It's your boy Nico here. Episode 22 of your second favorite podcast. I messed myself up. I'm Nico with my lovely co-host, Miss Jada. How you doing, Jada?
I'm doing good, man. You know, we got this new tour coming out. Got this, damn.
You jumped in it too fast.
Yeah, I did.
Didn't give me the whole introduction. Then you fall into that.
Don't tell me.
It's
It was a suggestion.
It's good interview etiquette.
You asked me how I was.
Yeah, but not what you're doing. Kind of have to wait for that. You watched the Breakfast Club enough to know that
You're right.
they don't jump into it. Yeah, I'm good, man. You know, just chilling.
Yeah, they asked a question first.
Yeah. It's all right. So, any news you've heard lately? Any reporting you need to go in?
Yeah.
We need to start being a news channel.
I got
We're gonna be the new entertainment news.
a local
No.
girl was surprised with a cat in her bedroom. It was the cutest thing in the world. She started crying, and I shed a couple of tears just watching. It was a nice video. It gave a nice illustration of what I'm going to look like when I get that kitten.
Felt bad for that cat though. He was like stuck in a container for a second.
Yeah.
Just like probably crying because he didn't want to be in there.
Picked up like
Yeah.
hugged to death.
It's like I just want to get out of here. Don't know what's going on right here.
Meow. That's all you heard was meow.
I would have thought it was some toy. I used to have like a robotic toy, robotic cat and dog.
Yeah.
I don't remember what it was called.
I know what you're talking about.
Oh man, I used to love those things.
I hated it. My family actually thought that was a good alternative
No.
than actually getting us a real dog. It's like, no,
Yeah,
it's not the same.
I kind of feel like my mom got it for me because I wanted a dog and she did the same thing.
I feel like you're not a true child if you don't want a pet.
Really?
You don't want when you're a crazy little boy who wants to kill them.
Yeah. I was thinking that you're a true child if you don't want anything that bad.
What?
I feel like as a kid, it's always something that you always wanted, but you never get.
Yeah.
You know, you get a lot of good stuff, but you're just like, it's just that one thing that you always wanted.
Which was what?
I don't know. I'm just saying in general.
Okay.
For me, obviously, it probably was a dog. It was a dog growing up. I did want a dog, but I'm trying to think of something I could have just. It was mainly games. I mean, systems. Before I got the Xbox, I wanted the PlayStation.
Mm-hmm.
But then my mom got an Xbox. Fell in love with the Xbox. Then transferred back to PlayStation. So 1994, representing Sony. Looking for that sponsorship, you know what I mean? Go ahead.
What's in your face?
What's something that you wanted growing up?
Barbies. All I wanted was Barbies.
Really?
My cousin had the most. She had all the stuff. She had the cooking stuff. She had the big old house and the clothes for the we just had the adult Barbies with clothes and maybe a little bit of accessories. But my cousins, they had like the popcorn already made, the couches and all that stuff. We used to love playing Barbies at their house. I remember all I wanted was just like stuff to go with my Barbies because me and Ziani ain't stopped playing with Barbies until we were like 13.
That makes sense.
That's a what you call it?
Well, I mean, that's like grown women that have like collectibles of those Barbies because they grew up with them.
Is that the same?
Basically,
is that the same as what I'm talking about?
If it's an obsession for a toy.
Okay.
I think that's where we were going with this fact that you think you grow out of it, but you really don't. It's part of your childhood. It's what you wanted.
Yeah.
They got the Barbie houses, the beach house, the cars, the everything, the different models.
I'd say it would have been nice to have more Barbies of color. It would have been nice. I know some people say that it shouldn't matter, but it does matter because you put a personality into the Barbie.
They did though.
So
they did like maybe towards the 80s, 90s.
I didn't have that many.
Oh yeah.
Maybe.
I mean they tried to expand their.
Well, they didn't have very nice things. Like Barbie did.
Cause did you watch the Toys That Made Us?
I watched it with you. Yes.
You watched the Barbie one?
Yes, we did.
They talked about that though. Talked about how eventually they wanted to span their different colors of the Barbies because one white Barbie is just not they didn't want that to be their image of what Barbie is.
Right.
It's supposed to be every girl's toy, no matter who the color is.
Right.
It's very diverse.
That's why I love those toddler looking dolls, and the American Girl. I think I love them.
Boy, I'm not gonna say I hope they don't exist. I hope my daughter doesn't want them because they're expensive. They're ridiculous.
I will get one because those dolls are great. I would have loved to have that. I wanted a Baby Alive for a long time.
A Baby Alive?
Baby Alive.
Oh wow. Baby Alive, the baby's so real.
Why do you know that song?
I was stuck on TV.
I do not know that song.
If you're watching cartoons, those commercials come up all the time.
Oh, okay.
Baby Alive.
But I was obsessed with Bratz more than Barbie. I love Bratz dolls.
Well, that's what they keep talking about. Like you didn't watch it, but yeah, Bratz they're taking over. They was taking over. That was kind of that new hip look. It was
and they were very diverse.
Yeah, and it had fat lips though. Every one of them had fat lips.
They had big heads, fat lips, and big feet.
It was all animated. I was like, dog, it's a little much. But I guess I didn't care about that. I was the only thing that I was I just skipped everything that would have made that sentence make sense. Only thing I was like jealous for females to have was Easy Bake Oven. I thought that was such a cool thing, but then they made a kind of a guy. Every guy one was like gummy things or gooey.
Yeah, it was something nasty.
I'm like, I want to make a cake. I just want to make a cupcake, and y'all had the ones where y'all can make cupcakes and stuff.
Did they end up finding out that that's bad for you? Easy Bake Ovens?
No.
The food is like artificial as hell.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was. And it was cooked off of a light bulb, so yeah, I think it was. Yeah, it probably was. I used to stick everything in there. I used to put Cheetos in there just to toast them. I don't know why I did that.
You was hard-headed.
One time I messed up something. I think I had something gooey in there.
You was hard-headed.
Basically, but I'm pretty sure if I had it now, I would have took it apart, cleaned it out. I was scared to take things apart back then. Now I'm not. Ever since we was fixing controllers, that's a whole nother story though. But
all right,
kid toys.
I don't know. I can't. Anything else I wanted, I can't think of. Maybe my own room. And then when I got it, moving to Georgia, when I got it, it was bland because I couldn't decorate it because we were renting. Mm-hmm. So it was just.
Yeah. Couldn't have the typical girls' room.
Yeah. Or like how they made middle school look on TV.
Yeah.
It used to frustrate the crap out of me. Like, I was like, what school are y'all going to? I can't decorate my locker.
You know how earlier you was telling me, you was asking me about things that that I do that you do?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I do things
that you do.
You do, but you don't do anything that I do.
I do, for the most part. It's very subtle things. And it's most of the time, it's probably just me copying you. But I think that the first, I just heard you saying it frustrated the crap out of me. That just sounds like something that I would have.
Yeah.
Did.
It's like I don't have a personality of my own anymore.
You got your own personality. You just. I don't think you have anything that's so distinctive though, that when I do get it, it seems you wouldn't notice it.
Yeah. Yeah.
There we go.
I'm white peopling you.
Well, I don't understand that one, but okay.
I'm stealing all your culture.
Wow. That's a little much.
I turned into a colonizer. I'm just joking. Sorry. I love you, white people.
Not if you're taking my stuff.
If I'm
Oh, I get it now. Never mind. I said it, and then I thought about it.
Okay. Anything has happened at work?
No, I like this toy conversation.
Oh.
Was there any other toys that you wanted?
Is the baby alive already? No, because I had a tomboy phase.
Mm-hmm.
Well, no, one that came second. I had a spy phase, a tomboy phase, and a gothic phase. So, even though gothics used to scare the crap out of me, like real gothics used to scare me, but the spy phase was when I used to watch Harriet the Spy, and I used to watch it every day.
Harriet the Spy.
And my mom, one Christmas and one birthday, my mom got us like a bunch of spy equipment, and it was so fun. So we got a lot of things that we asked for. The tomboy phase was when I started wearing a lot of basketball shorts and sweatpants. And I started playing with football. I started playing football a little bit. It was recreational. And that just connects to something else deeper. But the third, what did I say, gothic phase? Yeah, I started wearing a lot of dark eyeliner.
You went through gothic phase first, if that's what you was trying to get away from. I mean, are you trying to mention things that you haven't mentioned? Because you said gothic already, and you.
No, I was explaining.
Okay, my bad.
I was explaining each phase.
That's what I'm saying. I feel like we only explained 2 phases.
Yeah, I was about to explain the gothic one.
Okay, all right.
What did I say? Oh yeah, I used to wear a lot of dark eyeliner, and I really wanted It wasn't leather pants, but they looked leather.
Like biker pants?
Yeah.
Really?
But my mom wouldn't buy me them.
Why was the biker pants? Why specifically biker pants?
Because of Spice Girls.
Spice Girls. Did you watch Totally Spies?
I think so.
The one where it was like basically like Charles Angels, but it was a cartoon.
No.
Yeah, the girl that wear the green, yellow, and red suit.
Nope.
No? You watch Totally Spies? I liked that show for a minute.
Let's look it up.
I feel like you probably seen it or something.
Oh yeah, I did watch them.
Yeah.
She looks like Solar Moon.
Basically. Maybe our American version of it. Is Solar Moon American or is it just
I'm not sure. I thought it was anime. Is that not anime?
It is, but I'm trying to figure out if it's just more. Is it Japanese?
I think they just copied. I think she was originally Japanese, and
now I'm trying to think of like.
Oh yeah, she was.
Yeah. But I mean, like, certain shows that, certain shows that you would have thought was a Japanese show or an anime first, and then we just copied them or for something like Power Rangers. Some people used to think Power Rangers was something that you used to was an old Japanese, but that concept came from Japanese movies and shows. Huh. I didn't think about that. But yeah, Totally Spies did kind of copy off that little Sailor Moon stuff.
So Totally Spies came out second?
Yeah, of course. It was like, but I think they was copying more of Charles Angels. Is it Charlie's Angels?
Yeah.
I'm saying Charles Angels. Like
Charlie's.
It sounds weird to say Charles Angels.
Possession.
Charlie's Angels.
Apostrophe.
There you go. So yeah, I think they was copying off of them and just made them spies. I think the main thing though I loved as a kid was remote control cars, which is still kind of in my head now.
Oh yeah.
I wanted remote. The first one that I had was the one I still got in my room now. Was the Fast and the Furious car. I don't have the remote to it no more, but
you still got the car?
Yeah, I still got the car. That was the one I think I told you about it falling into the sewer.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, fell in the sewer and
your friend.
Yeah, got in there and jumped it because I was so hurt because literally it was like one of those things I just got.
You get hurt when you lose a lot of things.
Yes, because most of the things I get, I'm very passionate about having it. So, other than that, I felt like I take care of my thing. So when something happens, especially when I'm just like controlling it and I wasn't paying attention to it and it just rolled in there. I was like, no. how am I going to explain this to my mom? How am I going to do this? How am I going to do that? And my mom was like, oh, we're just going
I lost a lot of things. I lost and broke a lot of things. But it's like, and my parents would get so upset. I'm like, well, why are you giving me house keys anyway?
I love how every
like
time.
I'm in 5th grade. Why are you giving me house keys?
I love how every time there's something that happens to you and your parents get mad at you about, you'll go, well, because I'm young. Like,
yeah, I wish I had the common sense back then to say, why would you give this to me in the first place? I wish I could say
you wouldn't get anything.
Maybe.
I dare my kid to ask me why did I get in the first place. I'm like,
I didn't deserve it. But it's like I wish I had the common sense to know what I know now back then, because I would have made a lot of arguments pop off. Because it's like you're getting mad at me for liking boys. But if I bring a girl in here and then tell you I'm gay, then it's a totally different ballgame. So what do you want from me? Like,
I think a lot of times parents are just gonna have they don't know the situation. Now I feel like we're like teenagers making a podcast.
Yeah.
Sometimes parents just don't understand. Sometimes.
Come back. Come back.
Sometimes though, but sometimes they mean well by it. It's just how you felt at the time. I'm already hurt, and now you put me more in the dirt. It's like,
yeah.
It's kind of like a thing, like, well, whatever. Because I know when I'm a parent, I'm gonna do the same thing. Like, if my kid mess up something, but the thing is, I have to know that he's irresponsible, and that's annoying. See, that stems off of it. Were you irresponsible?
Was I irresponsible? Yes.
So that's the thing. When you do something, it's not about how old you are. You already are labeled as irresponsible. So when you do something, now it's like, well, duh, well, stop doing it.
I've gave countless.
But I'm 10.
Countless examples of being irresponsible.
It's like, yeah, you had the knowledge to know better.
Yeah.
But you were just trying to.
No.
You do. You just didn't. I guess, lack of a better term, activate it.
My forms of irresponsibility was losing things and breaking things.
Right.
Things would just slip out my hands. I can't do it. Okay.
Just blame gravity, why don't you?
Yeah.
I don't know. It just falls.
Or I just didn't, like, maybe something fell out, or I placed something there and I was so occupied with what I was doing, I forgot it was there. Like, things happen. But it just kept happening because I didn't care for it.
Right.
But what's another form of irresponsibility?
I mean, obviously, like you said, losing stuff, breaking stuff, forgetting to do something that somebody told you.
Yeah, I was like that.
Not listening, obviously, it's the same kind of thing. It's stuff like you should know better kind of thing. Mm-hmm. You know, like most people don't learn common sense from their parents. They learn about their surroundings and also the people they hang with. Like, do your friends do bad things? Mm-hmm. I'm thinking about that kid. You remember that little kid a while ago? I want to do hood rat things.
Who said that?
You remember that? You don't remember that video? It was like the Boondocks did their little thing on him.
Oh yeah,
I wanted to do sugar wets. I wanted to do hood rat things with my friends. Every time I talk about somebody doing stuff with their friends and bad things, the first thing that pop in my head. But yeah, so if you're doing stuff like that, when you do something little, it's big because you already in that little bubble of everything you do seems like you should know better kind of thing.
Yeah.
And I don't know. Sometimes you feel like you taught them that. Like you felt like you said something about it, or you felt like if you paid attention to me or you pay attention to what's going on, you should know. Like I shouldn't have to tell you at 6 that don't touch the stove. Like,
if you touch it.
Right, you know it's hot. You know when I cook stuff it's hot. I shouldn't have to always tell you.
Okay, yeah, that's just
kind of things you feel like you should know. A 2-year-old, 1-year-old, all right, stop, it's hot. No, don't touch it, it's hot. I get it. Doesn't really understand the concept. You went through little school, now you're in elementary school. You know what hot and cold is. You know what. They tell you to wash your hands
better.
with hot water. Tell you like what are you? Whatever.
Yeah.
But I guess that's the whole.
You remember?
shit.
You remember when we were talking about there were things that everybody had, like that alarm clock. Everybody said that they had the same alarm clock when they were growing up.
Uh-huh.
You should just name this podcast Childhood.
Childhood.
Yeah, but there was memes. There was it was like a parent Twitter feed thread or whatever.
Yeah.
Dedicated to parents, and it was the same things that I was thinking. I was like, so did everybody have the same parents?
I mean, yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think it's just a parent thing. So yeah, I feel like most people go through the same stuff.
I feel like it was crazy. It was that select few who had open parents who encouraged individuality, but everybody else is like, you need to follow this line of society. But I don't know. I feel like that's what happened with us, is that we learned a lot. I learned a lot off the street, like a lot. So, and then it would be like something my mom never told me, but she assumed that I should know that already.
Yeah.
And that was so frustrating.
Mm-hmm.
It was so frustrating. I hated it. I was like, did you tell me that? So how am I supposed to know? I never said that, but I was always thinking it. Yeah,
I mean, I don't know where my observation came. I know where it came from, but I never was told to observe and figure out and yada yada yada. That's just how I cope with things, by observing. And
that's your favorite word.
Observing?
Cope.
I like coping. That's what I wanted to do. I always wanted to pay attention and try to figure out things before I, whatever the situation. So but I wasn't raised I wasn't raised to do that. I wasn't like, my mom would tell me come home before dark, and I'm like, I didn't test it. Nor so, and then there was like things that was like, we used to have this big old ditch. We used to call it the ditch. And it was just like, I was never told not to go in there until like months after we was living there. But I never went in there because I was like, I don't think it's safe down there. I just don't think it looks like a lot of thorns. It looks like a lot of things going down there. I don't know. But my friends would go down there and play. And I'm just like, I'll chill up here on my bike around circles. I'm just not going down there. And then one day my mom was like, I saw you. She saw my friends going down there. I don't want you going down there. I was like, yeah, I kind of know that already. I don't need to go down there.
It was this one time where all the kids would jump off the roof of a church into the grass. It wasn't that high. Well, no, it was high, but if we could get up there, it wasn't that high. It was high enough for us to get up there.
I love. It's so specific though. It's like,
because we lived right across the street from the church.
There was a time where
it was a huge yard.
A lot of kids would jump off of a church, and it's like, what?
Well, I think I didn't even get a turn. I think because the stupid girl broke her ankle.
Stupid girl done broke her ankle.
I think Siani got to do it, and my cousin got to do it, and then this girl, she did it and then broke her ankle, and my uncle had to pick her up and take her home
to the ground. What kind of mess is that? How's that fun?
It was fun doing some daredevil stuff.
Yeah, I get it, because we used to but this is a difference. Me, our brother, and his friends, we used to, I think I told you this before, but we used to put a mattress down there, pillows, covers,
and y'all used to slide down them
we used
stairs.
To jump from the top step. Well, we tried to see how high we can, the furthest step we can jump off of.
Dangerous.
And it was. And I mean, like, the aisle was very narrow. It ain't like it's so much space. Like, it's literally probably like how these steps are right here.
Yeah.
And you're trying to jump from like 13 steps, and you're just like, we're going to see if I can land in there. But it was so fun. I think but it was also around the time I was watching a lot of WWE. So doing Daredevil stuff, doing hood rat stuff with my friends.
You could have popped your shoulder outside.
I could have. There was like a corner that was like this.
Oh.
I could have scratched this all up if I did. But and then it was like a little dip down. So if you jump too high, you could hit your head on it. So it was stupid. It was just stupid stuff, but that was kind of the fun stuff we used to do back in the day.
The stuff that my parents promoted that was fun for us. Our walls, living in Philly, and the houses are like together.
Mm-hmm.
So the walls are really close together.
Mm-hmm.
We used to climb the walls with our hands and feet like Spider-Man. And our parents used to record us. That's why I want to find those home videos. Because it's on them home videos of us just climbing up that wall. Looking crazy. And my legs were more than my whole body. So
the crazy thing is I can see you doing that.
It was so fun.
I just remember you doing a lot of weird and random stuff. Remember you used to climb the gazebo?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why that was fun. He would like try to jump off of it.
I used to just do things.
I didn't get that.
I don't want to say instigators, but we did things that you weren't supposed to do.
Basically.
I was like, yeah. So, what you scared of? Just do it.
And man, peer pressure, boy, it's a real thing.
Yeah.
Because you feel like if you don't do it, then everybody gonna shun you for it.
Yeah. With me and Siani, if you said no, we wasn't gonna get on your nerves about it.
Yeah.
We was just gonna do it without you.
I was more of a video game kid. Like, I like to play the games, and we did stuff like that mainly. But if we did go outside, it was always do this, do that kind of crap. Like trying to figure out. I don't know why I looked down.
Why you looking so hard?
Because I can't. Because at first I thought it said 25, but it just says 29.
Oh, I'm trying to. You know how you said you're trying to work on you.
Yeah.
I'm trying to work on me speaking.
Mm-hmm.
Enunciating.
Go ahead and say.
In the past.
Go ahead. My bad. Go ahead.
In the past podcast, I realized that it's saying it's about to cut off.
It
Look
is.
at the camera. It cut off. Look at it.
Hold on. Because if I click it too fast, it'll freeze up over here, and I can't do nothing else about it.
Okay, well, in the past podcast, I've been watching them and noticing that you can barely hear what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
Or I'm talking like really low, and it's not the mic, and I'm not even gonna blame it on the technology. It's me. So hopefully I'll get it. I'll.
Even on our Sims video that we did, y'all can check that out on the Nico Got Game YouTube channel. That is the Nico Got Game YouTube channel.
That was a nice plug.
There was a nice plug. But we played The Sims 2.
I was doing it on there too.
It seems like, okay, I hear myself clear.
Yes.
You're like, yes. It seems like you're not
so annoying.
There. And I'm not trying. I don't like to tell you to. I can't hear you because then you get into this robot mode where you're just like, oh, okay, so it's like that's not what I want you to do. I want you to talk. I just want you to be. I just want to hear you. Yeah. But
I think when I get focused and when I concentrate, that's when it starts happening. Because I'm like,
right. So then that's when you start seeing me go all competitive mode or gamer mode. I'm just like, yeah, let's go. Because I'm just kind of trying to keep myself back up. Because if I try to match your level, I'm just going to be like this the whole time. There's no point.
I need to open my mouth. Hopefully this public speaking class will help.
Yeah. Oh, you're gonna love it, all right.
You think so?
You're going to love the results of it. It'll stop you from saying and all that like pondering stuff.
I don't really do that much. I just do that.
But the thing is, it teaches you to. But also, I think it just helps you to get a subject and be able to be confident about what you're trying to present.
You're supposed to be helping me with that, boyfriend.
I mean, technically, I am, but they know more of the educational route, more strategy. I just kind of could tell you what you should probably do, but I'm not great at it either. I ramble. I think if I have now, This is me jumping around again. And this
it's okay.
I remember in high school though, every time I had a presentation and I was very confident about it, like when I did a presentation on W.E.B. Du Bois, I was so I was in the zone.
That's
I was
good.
to the point that I didn't even have to use my little note cards that I thought I would need it. You know, and that was the first time I was able to say NAACP and National Association of Colored People. Like I didn't know those things that very well, and I was just like, you did this, and you was this, and you was that, and I was like,
did you get a good grade?
Yeah, I got a great grade, but most of the times though, I was messing up because I was so excited about what I knew, and I was like, oh, I got this. I remember. I don't know. See, I'm a person when I get a lot of knowledge, I feel like I got a lot of power, and I feel like I need to express my power, and then I get flustered every time.
Yeah, because I start to say the wrong thing.
Yeah, he's like,
I would say, well, slavery happened first, and then the Jim Crow laws, and then Harriet Tubman freed the slaves. And I was like, oh wait, no.
It's like no, wait, wrong time. That's not the right timeline.
Let me start over.
Hold up, I got it. I
used to love doing presentations. I was the leader.
When I saw PowerPoint presentation, like I was like, I got this. I was excited to do it. But if we had to do like poster boards and stuff like that, I didn't care for it.
Yeah, I wasn't that creative.
No.
I'm like the creative person. You can do the colors and stuff. I'll do the research.
That's why I was always on the team with a girl.
Yeah.
Because she loves the color and all that, and I was just able to get the information. I'll just write everything down.
I wasn't very creative. But I'll get the speech done. I'll talk in front of everybody. I'm not talking in front of everybody. I was fine.
Right.
I'll talk.
Right. Everybody used to be.
Who gonna go first? I'll go.
I don't know. Like, what are y'all doing?
Just get it done.
For y'all, and none of y'all don't want to talk. Y'all didn't. We've been working on this for 2 weeks. Y'all still haven't figured out.
It was always that one group of lonely people who came together.
Yeah.
And none of them wanted
all
to
them
do
quiet.
It. So they took that 20% off.
So
they said if you don't present, that's 20% off your grade. They was like, all right, we'll just take that 20 off. Just get your ass up there and.
Yeah, I do love when the quiet people get together.
Yes.
And they're just like, so in 1922, like, what do y'all do? Y'all are smart kids. I don't know why y'all can't talk to these people. Well, they're just, you go now. It's like, what?
You want to go next? That line was yours.
Oh, this is line. Oh, there's always somebody with their hands behind their back.
Or the one that's scratching.
Yeah. He didn't do the project. He was just along for the ride.
What's that word?
He said word technical.
Indigenous.
That was your slide. You were supposed to work on that slide. You don't know none of those words.
Copy and paste?
Exactly. It'd be like the wrong font. You know they copied and paste because it's like this is Times New Roman and this one is just like
Arial.
It's like, what?
Why is that G so far down?
That was size 9. The other one was size 14. It's like, you copy that. It's randomly bold.
All you did was get pictures.
Yeah. This is the picture of
the first telephone.
It's like, oh no. They're finna get a clean C or a clean D. I don't know which one it is, but it ain't gonna be no B.
Your dad calling you?
Yeah. No.
You need something?
Locksmith guy coming? All right.
His parents keep ruining the podcast. This is the second time. I can't work under these conditions.
I can't work under these conditions.
And we're back. There you go. I'm never going to be myself ever again.
You don't know that.
Who am I? I didn't mean it to.
In fact, I like that though. I like that. I appreciate that. But yeah, school sucks.
School was an adventure.
It was pretty nice though. You know, some reason I actually miss it. I don't miss the time. I miss the fun.
Yeah, I think I miss just being able to see people.
Yeah, and something that
I don't see people anymore.
It's because you realize how much
school was a part of your life.
Yeah,
school
and
was
how
like
much
80% of your life.
I thought it was a scary thought to think of a time where I had to go to school on my own will.
Yeah,
it was kind of like, am I really going to sign up for classes? Am I really going to do this? Because I didn't even care to go to high school. So it was like, now to think that the only way that I could further my education is making myself go to school or having to sign up.
It has to be your own choice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was okay when it was like, oh, next year you can pick your electives. What you want to do. That was
always fun.
Yeah.
You know what was hard was senior year, and I had to do all those end of course tests, all those state tests, and then on top of that, y'all gonna tell me that I was supposed to look at colleges junior year. All that moving around I was doing, I didn't even know.
Yeah.
That's why I never. Well, another reason I didn't go to college is because I went to college so late was because I have a foreign language. You're supposed to have that.
Yeah, but I was told that you did have to have it to graduate. Mm-hmm. Once I realized I didn't, I said, "I'm this class," and I dropped out that class. Got into a class I actually wanted, my broadcasting video.
Yeah, like this one girl I had so much drama with in like middle school. And then when my stepmom's mother died, I found out she was her like cousin or something. I was like, what the hell? This is weird.
Oh, like that Tyler Perry movie? When Bow Wow figured out that his auntie was his mom.
That is a huge twist, but yeah. It's kind of like that.
Spoiler alerts for whatever that Tyler Perry movie is.
Big Happy Family or something?
Maybe. Sounds about right.
If I say it wrong, I'm sorry. I hate when people get movies wrong. And it's like the general movie, like you should know. Yeah. Like, what's that movie with Will Smith in it and his son?
Oh.
Happiness. Like, how don't you know that movie?
What is it? Playing with passing with
progression with happiness.
Happiness progression. It's something like that.
Pursuing something.
Pursuing something.
Jerk.
Yeah, but I didn't realize Will Smith has a lot of movies.
Yeah.
He's in a lot of
He got that money.
Yeah, but
he ain't got no Oscar?
Maybe. Yeah, I'm about to say I'm sure he does, but I don't know.
Yeah. It seems
I
like
wouldn't be
nobody
surprised
has
if he
one.
didn't.
I feel like Taraji should have at least 2. The lady, what's her name? Who's in How to Get Away with Murder? She should have like 4. Kerry Washington need to have like 2. And Angela Bassett need to have like 7. She played like everybody's mom.
I feel like what qualifies as an Oscar-winning movie is ones that do emotional things, like very, very emotional. Like the ones that be like, it'll have like 8 or 10 Oscar winners or nominees in the movie, and it's about this kid growing up in a bad part of town, and he had a disability, and he finally, like, it had to be those kind of movies to be considered an Oscar-winning movie. Like, you can't have Madea Goes to Jail and that could be considered an Oscar movie. Like, they don't. No. I don't think they really emphasize those movies.
Okay, I understand.
I don't remember the categories in there. I think they have a comedy category though. But Taraji, I think she should probably have one.
She needs to. All these movies she getting.
But she's getting in. We see a lot of her in the movies now.
Yeah.
Than before. Now yeah. I'm pretty sure she still should have one from before. But you know, like Baby Boy, like I don't think she's not gonna have one from that one. She's not gonna have one from Hustle and Flow. She's never gonna
get from over that hump.
Yeah,
she's always gonna be Baby Boy first.
Yeah, I realized though from that time, like 90s to maybe 2010. Yeah, everybody that was in those movies fell in the same kind of role. It was like they all had the same. You get to the point that you didn't know what movie it was. Like, what's the girl's name? Megan Good. Like, she always fall in that same role. That is my girl. But she always fall in that same kind of role. Mm-hmm. But like, even there was a movie. Okay, like, not already there yet.
That Video Vixen movie.
What's that movie with the Kevin Hart in it? And they go
Soul Plane?
No. It's the movie.
Death at a Funeral?
No. Why Did I Get Married?
Oh.
That movie.
I don't like that movie.
Yeah, but she played in that one. She played in 2. Steve Harvey one, Think Like a Man. You get confused in those movies.
Wait, what is the first one you said? I think you said
I did say Why Did I Get Married. My bad. Think Like a Man. That's what I meant to say. Yeah, Think Like a Man. Think of a Man. Think of 1 and 2.
I think I knew what you was trying to say.
Yeah, because I knew it had a 1 and 2.
Yeah.
And I remember, Think Like a Man 1 and 2. She was in that. And this is also a movie where she's like dating. And I guess it's been a while since she dated. I don't remember. But it seems like the same movie. And it's just kind of like she's typecast in a way. But I know they did like a documentary of on her.
Yeah, but when you saw her in Saw, you couldn't take her seriously.
Yeah, I couldn't.
He was like, she's not supposed to be here.
Yeah, you're not supposed to be in this movie. I don't know. But she talked about that, about her being typecast and her being a child actor and actually becoming serious. And
it was hard to break that gap.
Yeah.
Raven did it, so she can do it. But Raven is still doing a lot of like ABCs and Lifetime shows. So.
Yeah, but see, I think if you go from being a child star to being like a talk show person or commentary, or you kind of, it's not really a big jump, you know. It's still kind of PG territory, I guess.
Yeah.
Like, was it like Making Good? She did kind of like she became like, she was a child star, and then she kind of does a sex icon look. Like she was kind of that's a transition. It's like, whoa, everybody knows she's a kid from wherever show she was on. Then
I didn't know she was in that many kid movies.
Yeah, I didn't know either until I saw the documentary. But obviously, I wasn't unborn at that time. So where'd you find a documentary of her? It was on TV One. I know that one. And I was about to say Unsung, but I don't think it was probably Unsung Hollywood. I think that was the one. Because that's the one that's about movies and stuff. Yeah, she talked about her growing up from all that. And I was like, that's interesting. But that transition is
that
big.
That was her and Friday, right? When
the
they
first
was getting
one?
Ice cream?
Yeah.
Okay.
That was her. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, that transition it's a big thing. It's a big thing. It's a big thing. I want to be a millionaire so bad. You know a song used to get stuck in my head as a kid? When iPods was out, Sean Kingston. Replay. Shawty like a melody in my head that I can't keep going. Got me singing like na 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 every day. It's like my iPod stuck on replay. And it's just funny. It's like songs that just get stuck in your head and you can just remember like that.
It was a Soup song. It was something about soup. That's all I couldn't stop listening to. I think it was B.O.B.
Soup.
Or
soup. It was about soup.
Yeah.
Soup.
It was a man singing it. I mean, rapping it. What the heck was that song? I got so serious.
Did I just tell you to clean out your nose before we start this
Maybe.
thing? Ever since 19, 19 and on, you're just all up in your nose.
It's a big one. We got no trash can.
We do have a trash can. It's just not near you.
Yeah. Anyways, anything you used to do that was embarrassing when you were younger? Embarrass your mother.
Embarrassing.
Because I was known for this. I was known for digging my nose.
Oh, nothing like publicly embarrassing.
Because my little sister, she used to always yell when we went to restaurants. She used to always yell saying that something was nasty. And I was the one that digged in my nose all the time in public.
God dang.
And I can't think of anybody else.
No, I didn't have that. I never had no public thing. I didn't like attention. I didn't like a lot of attention.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
But you gonna get it You're going to get it now because you're the golden boy.
Who's the golden boy?
You.
How am I considered a golden boy?
To yellow self.
You just saying my color is golden? That's why you said that?
No, it just sounded right to mix your color with the perception. Is that what the word?
I guess. Well, why am I considered the golden boy?
You're the good child.
For the most part.
Yeah. It's okay. You're the good child.
Don't touch me. Don't touch me. Whoa.
Indulge in it.
Get your God dang. So life. Spell it backwards.
EFIL.
No, I should spell it backwards. You remember those jokes?
I hated those jokes. And the one, if your face is bigger than your hand, you got cancer. I used to get popped so hard.
The crazy thing is, in 5th grade, they made that joke.
I'm going to throw it in there.
Which was, it's not going to make it.
It's just going to be a booger on you.
So, in 5th grade, we did that joke. And then when I moved here, everybody was like, oh, they tried to use that joke. And I'm like, I already heard that. It was like, what? Really? Like, how was that? Don't act like it's a foreign thing. Like, nobody has ever heard it before. Mama jokes was a big thing too. Oh, speaking of, the other day I showed my brother on not my brother, I was trying to figure out you remember the old dating shows? I call it cringe MTV.
Yeah.
Where it was just like a lot of shit.
You told me about it. And you said ask me if I watch. You asked me if I watched Next.
That show is hilarious. If y'all have a chance, anyone that's watching this,
I do want to watch it. Where'd you find it?
Go to YouTube. You can look up.
Go ahead. You was about to do it too.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
You could just YouTube Next or from MTV. Okay, I guess I'll take this on my own. We could look up Next on MTV. It's basically this dating show, and at that time, MTV was really into like dating shows, reality. That it was kind of playing with that off of obviously like Real World and all that, but there was in that little teenager or college area.
If you don't know it, you too young to watch this podcast.
Basically. But also it was like around that time where the general audience of TV and also like YouTube was over here too. Yeah, it's still there.
The booger on my face? Oh my God. That's so embarrassing. Ew. Is it still there?
Yes.
Oh my God.
Yeah, just go fix it. But it was just a time where probably ages 18 and up, TV was for them. And I thought it was funny at the time watching that. But Next was just basically like you'll get 5 guys or 5 girls. And there's just one person that, is the contestant or whatever. I don't know exactly who they are. But if it's a girl, she'll be like, I'm looking for a guy that does this and does that, and I like this. And, they do little cuts to showing her and yada, yada, yada. But there's like 5 guys on this bus. And they're like, yeah, she do. Oh, man, I hope she's cute. Yada, yada. Because they never really seen her yet, I think. Most of the time, they ain't seen her. So first guy gets off the bus. They always say something cheesy. Always say something stupid cheesy. Yep. Like, all right, boys, I don't know about y'all, but I think I'm gonna get it.
That's cringy.
And then they run bus, clapping or whatever. They get off the bus and they do a little freeze frame, and then you show all the things about him. And then he gets off the bus, and I guess if she thinks he's cute, she'll let him keep coming. But if not, if he's like ugly, they'll be like, next. You weren't cute anyway. To get back on the bus.
You couldn't handle this anyway.
Yeah. Did it get back on the bus? Everybody's like,
what
happened? Wait, what's going on? Wait.
You did all that talking.
Bro, she wasn't even cute anyway. Whatever. John, it's your turn. I don't know about you, but I'm feeling. Okay, well, I'm just thinking of like new stuff now. I can't think of what they were used to say. But it's a very cringy show. It was also a show called I can't remember it, but it was like date something, Dateline, date. Okay, the concept of the show was all it was like you get 3 girls or 3 guys, and whoever the person that's going, whoever the person was, like they will go to their rooms. So basically, it's like they'll start the show off of like kidnapping the 3 girls, and they'll take them in this truck.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I don't know what it's called though.
It's called Date Room.
Oh yeah, and then
Room
they'll
Raiders.
go in Room
Room Raiders. That's what it's called.
Yeah.
It was called Room Raiders, and they would be like,
and they'll look at their room.
Yeah, they'd be like,
it seemed like they cleaned it before they.
No, it seemed like they purposely made it dirty.
Yeah,
because you'd be like,
something. Would be
why is it this bad? The sheets off. I was just washing my sheets. Like, anyway, it's not even that dirty. Like, it's always something like that.
And then it'd be like, ooh, see, she lived with her parents.
Right, and then he picks the person off the room, so he doesn't know who room it was, but it just like first room. That was a cringy MTV as well, but that was a funny show to watch on that as well.
It seemed like when you get older, you see how that one was planned. Room Raider seems very planned out.
It is. It really is. I can hear myself like disconnecting.
Oh.
But yeah, it was very cringy MTV is what I like to call that era. And
sure was.
It's a funny time to love TV.
You know what else was cringy? What were you watching? We were watching the documentaries of Video Vixens. Back in the 2000s though, like when they first started coming out.
Back when that was what they were called. They're not called Video Vixens now.
What are they called now? Dancers?
I guess. Dancers,
I think they're called dancers.
Models. They just call them probably models.
In that same
now.
era, they were still called, yeah. In that same era, they kept saying, no, we're models, we're dancers. But people kept saying, you just the video hoe or the video vixen. You ain't. And what era did we call that? It was like, I told you. Remember I told you? And then Charlamagne said it on the Breakfast Club. I said that first. I said that first. I swear. It was not sex culture, but they grew up in the era of everything was pushed towards sex.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I said I could not grow up in those. I could not grow up at that time.
You technically, it depends on what you was exposed to.
That was my mom's. That time was my mom's.
We saw the Vixens and stuff on.
Oh no!
Because I said that's our time technically because we were young. But
yeah, you're right.
But like when I was watching WWE, like that was kind of what was exposed to me about mainly the sexual content. All the women's division was basically just models, and it was just being the most skimpy as possible. That was tasteful for TV. That was kind of what I was exposed to. But
okay.
I mean, yeah, like late 80s, 90s, like my brother's era was that time. Mm-hmm. Anything before that, it was very subtle. My mom's era, it was very subtle stuff. It was either you're good for nothing, or you ain't nothing but that era, or it's like I love you, I want to do stuff to you, but it was never that explicit. It was just
just do it with our clothes on,
basically.
But the point I was trying to get at was that stuff was really cringy because they wore like green eyeshadow. And and their weaves were and their weaves were so shiny, like plastic looking. They were so shiny. I was like, look at that weave.
Look at that weave.
And then the outfits they wore were like weird colors. I know a lot of strippers still wear weird colors, but they dressed as strippers. And then it was like, no, we're dancers.
Yeah, I think mainly most of the vixens were strippers. Mm-hmm. That's what they made it seem like. Or the ones that were just like, they wanted to be part of their lifestyle and they moved on to it.
You know, there's some talented strippers.
I'm not surprised, yeah. There's some good, like, there's been times there's been good doctors that came out of girls that used to strip.
Doctors?
Yeah.
Oh.
There's like there was another documentary about where these girls, some girls that are successful, like lawyers and doctors, and
they used to be strippers.
They used to be strippers, or they used to be something that people don't look at as far as like a good career or get you off your feet kind of thing. Yeah.
Cardi B is a good example.
Mainly, yeah. I think
a good example for strippers coming up. Not a good example
to live by.
Yeah. Let me make sure I clarify that.
But I feel like you gotta give her like 10 more years, because people would hang that on to you. It's like, well, I knew this was gonna come up. Like if she's on her come up, and she's like becomes like the most successful, whatever, or the successful, yada yada. Like people would look at her as like, wow, that was from here to here. That decade was like great for her.
Yeah, because Beyonce's been Beyonce for like 20 years.
Yeah.
So if you get on that level.
Yeah, she's been on it. She was kind of that last bit of female groups that kind of just sprang off. Like I see they still trying to do that, get people in a group and then get one single artist, but she did it pretty good. What? Because I said pretty good?
Yeah, she's the mecca.
Yeah.
But yeah.
This is the first time. It's been a while since we got a crispy hour in.
Yeah, because
most of the time we ain't got nothing to really talk about. But I can talk about childhood stuff all the time. I can talk about it for hours.
Yes, it's interesting.
The most nostalgic. Should I just call this a nostalgic episode or the childhood episode?
I like childhood better.
You like the childhood? The childhood what?
Childhood box.
The childhood box?
No. I don't know. I'm just saying words.
Just saying childhood something. I figured out something with childhood. Since you want it, baby. Baby. Bye.
Don't be act like you do stuff for me now.
I was listening. It was dang. The beginning of the last episode, it looked like we just got done arguing, and we started the podcast. Cause you had this look on your face like,
I was so mad.
Yeah, I know, but it wasn't towards me. But I thought, as looking at it, I was like, it looked like it was towards me. But
no, all right. So what I want to know, I remember what I wanted to talk to you about. It's gonna take like 5 minutes.
Go ahead, girl. Do your thing, shawty.
What I want to know is, why do you feel like you have to open a shirt at the store if it's already on the dang on mannequin?
I would think the only reason why, one of the reasons why, I'm not gonna say the only, one of the reasons why, maybe because like me, I wear an extra large or a 2X, mainly a 2X now. I want to see how long it is. The mannequin's mostly mediums, so I don't think it fits me like it fits the mannequin. That would be the reason why I would do that. But I'm also not gonna just. I'm like pulling stuff out if I know I can't fold it back up.
Or just don't pull it out if you know you're not gonna buy it. Like this lady did all this digging. All right, so one time it was just on the hangers. So she did all this digging for her size, pulled it out, and then put it back. Like, why don't you just look at the first shirt? And then she did all this digging on the table, and there was a mannequin right there wearing the same shirt. She did all this digging underneath it, and the sizes are on the side. So, yes, we have your size. You don't have to dig for it. Or at least pick up just the first one.
Yeah.
Shoot.
It's funny when I see people do that, and they're like, they look like they wear a large, but they want to see how a medium looks. When we don't have a large, you're like, let me see how this looks. Unfolded, it's too small. I could have told you that was too small. I could have told you that. Or the people that want to mess up your stuff, but don't want any help. It's like they'd be like, you'd be like, oh, you need any help? Anything? No, I'm okay. Could you stop tearing up everything though? Because you seem like you don't know what you're looking for.
Yeah.
Please. Let me help you, and we can figure this out
myself.
Yes, let me mess it up
neatly. Damn it!
And I can put it away.
Yeah.
Not you. Yeah.
Throwing through the like, jeez, lady.
Right. So it's like that. Those two things.
There was this one man who was trying on 2 of the same pair of jeans, the same size, the same pair. I was like, what? These are 2 of the same sizes.
Did you talk to him?
No.
Because sometimes they'll say different ones fit differently. I've had a guy tell me that the same size may fit differently, and it did for him.
That's ridiculous.
He's like, the stitching is a little different sometimes.
I didn't even tell you what happened. All right, so wait, no. But the man who had 2 different, he had 2 505 Levi's, 2 527s, and they were the same size.
Oh, well, those 2 fit different.
No, he had 2 505s.
Oh, he had 2 505s.
Of the same size, and then 2 527s.
No.
I was like, these are the same.
Maybe he thought it was
These are the same pants.
These are the same pants.
Oh my goodness.
And didn't want neither one of them?
Nope.
It's not hard to fold back jeans, though.
No, but there was a lot. And they're heavy. Jeans are heavy.
Yeah, they are. Especially Levi's. They're all thicky.
Yes.
I don't even know why I put it.
And he ended up buying Wrangler pants. That's like that's a huge gap. Levi's and Wrangler. Come on.
Somebody told him that he should probably get some Levi's, but then he was like, I'm used to Wrangler.
I'm used to my Wrangler pants.
You know what's funny to me? I know I said this. I say this a lot.
What?
Anytime somebody does an impression of someone, everybody's go-to is country. Maybe it's because I live in Georgia. Maybe that's the stitch. I mean, maybe that's just what people do. But no, because even...
I think it's either country, British, or New York. That's it.
Kind of. I probably hear 30% New York, if anything. It's always country. Yep. Anytime you talk about somebody, talk about America, it's the country. People overseas. People that, most like the YouTubers that I listen to, they're like from the UK. And their go-to American voice is country.
Yep.
And I'm like, country folks don't take over the whole country of USA.
But most of them are more proud of it.
And I guess that's where it stems off of. They're the proudest of the Americans. You ain't gonna hear no New York. Hey, yo, son, America.
I'm not from America.
America,
I'm from New York,
USA. USA all day. Like
I'm from the Bronx. What you mean? I don't know about no America.
It's like a terrible New York accent for me, but I can't figure it out. Normally I can pinpoint it when Elijah comes from New York. I can listen to him and just pinpoint off that. Yeah. But doggone it, man.
Sometimes when I hear him, I'm like, I need to get my accent back.
Really?
We've been away for too long. But what else I was about to say, I didn't tell you that I spent 30 minutes with a customer because I was trying to get this customer survey. I think we get like $5 if we get a customer survey.
Yeah.
And he was just trying. No, what he did was I was in there folding jeans before it was time for me to go. And he was like, does this shirt look nice? I'm like, all right. He only asked me for one shirt, so I'll give my opinion. He was like real
stocky.
He was old. Yeah, and he was stocky. And he was wearing a like tight shirt. And I was like, it looked like you trying too hard. That's too tight. And then he was like, okay, I had this other one. Can you just look at this other one? I was like, all right. He put on another one. I was like, all right, that's nice. And he just kept coming back out with shirts. And I was like, I just kept agreeing and disagreeing. And then eventually he was like, well, I also want to get some pants. Can you help me find some pants? I was like, what the fuck? So like, all right, he better fill out this survey. I was like, all right, you asked me for all these favors. Can you do me one favor and fill out the survey? And I was staying with him for like 30 minutes finding pants. And then he went to go try them on. Then he didn't like them, and I didn't like them. I was like, all right, what's your budget? Because we can get out of this Nike section.
Exactly. But, never mind, go ahead. Because I was just thinking about a time where somebody was like, they didn't want to pay $25 for some shorts, but they was staying in the Nike section. I was like, you're going to pay more than $25. Yes. Okay, what about these? You're going to pay more than $25 when you're in the Nike section. Get out of unless you're in the clearance, which they only go down to 25. Yep. Probably not even that low. They probably started at 80 and now they're at 40.
It's like 45, they go to 39.
Yeah. It's like that's like that's not really a great deal, but I was like, most of the shorts in here are Jordan, Nike, and Adidas. They don't go that low unless they're on the clearance, right? That means they've been here for like a year. But
like if you want some good training stuff, don't get something in thin material. And the stuff we sell, it's thin material. So I was like, you don't want that, so don't get it. But the more end of that story, I was ready to clock out, and he started checking out at the same time. And we already know what happens when we already know the dilemma I have with older men. So I asked my coworker to walk me outside because I wasn't trying to have it. I was not trying to have him asking me for my number. I literally spent 30 minutes with this man picking out clothes like I was his wife.
That's crazy to me. Like there used to be this guy that only came in to try on stuff so he could hear the girl that I worked with say that it looked good on him. Now, once again, one of those older guys, and he had a wife. We seen him come together one time. He had a wife. He has a wife. And but sometimes you just want that opinion of, because I was like, you need any help with things? He's like, no, I'm okay, man. But every time she was around, you go, hey, take a look at this. I'm like, you just wanted that opinion. I'm like, all right, whatever. It don't bother me none because you bothering her really. But it's just funny to see that interaction. And I'm thinking, like, when I get older, you think I'm gonna be like that? Oh, my memory stock is full.
Oh, well, people like watching it, so I guess it's going to take us home.
I mean, we could keep going. I got another memory stick.
We'll go.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, what's the longest episode you want to do?
You were talking.
Go ahead, keep going. Baby.
So yeah, with who's gonna go see Infinity War? Me, you, us.
Why you want to see Infinity War?
Why don't I?
Why do you?
I kind of don't, but then I do. I don't want to see everybody band together. Everybody separate but equal.
Why you don't want to see that?
I feel like what's after that? And there's like combining all these stories. Where is everybody living? Where does everybody live?
Everybody lives where they live. New York, Wakanda.
Okay. Where does Thor live?
Thor.
Yeah.
Ragnarok.
Where's that at?
In space somewhere.
Exactly. So why is he here? Why is he on Earth?
If you've seen the older movies, so he fell down onto Earth, and he's with the Avengers, so he's helping them out. It's not like he just came out of nowhere. Oh, but yeah, they all have a common enemy, which would have been Thanos. Is it Thanos or Thanos? Can't remember which one it is. Thanos.
Welcome back.
No, not yet.
No.
It's not recording yet. But Thanos. The only thing is, I think about, obviously, as a DC fan, now we're back. Only thing I think about as a DC fan is how can DC do that? And I first have to see Infinity War and realize and see if it's not overwhelming. But having all those people in a movie could be overwhelming because that means some people are going to be overshadowed. Some people are not going to get any screen time, or they're just going to be a cameo kind of thing. Like, who's going to step up? Who is it really important? Captain America, he's going to leave, whatever his name is. He's leaving soon. The movies.
Why?
He just don't want to do it no more.
The actor?
Yeah.
Oh.
So he's leaving them. So somehow, I don't know how they're going to twist it up to, make a new Captain America.
Wasn't he in Fantastic Four?
Yeah, he was.
That don't make sense.
Human Torch.
That don't make sense.
It doesn't. It makes sense because technically that wasn't the same universe, because Fantastic Four wasn't owned by Marvel at that time.
Okay.
So who owned it?
Yeah.
I want to say Fox. Oh. Because they owned that and X-Men.
Oh.
They owned that, X-Men, and Deadpool.
He don't want to do it no more.
Yeah, he just got tired. He don't want to. I think he just doesn't want to keep being known as Captain America. I don't know the real reason, but most of the time that's the reason why.
Grateful.
You've been doing that for.
Superman was Superman to the day he died.
I could understand that because if, just like you watching like Living Single, like the people that did the show.
They were so mad.
Yeah, they got a video of them like people singing the theme song, and you could just see that they're just like,
they were so
I'm not
pissed.
This is stupid. Like, I don't want to keep hearing this. They don't want to keep being known for that, especially that this is when your livelihood. You don't want to be known as the actor that just does Captain America. It's like, oh, that's Captain America. It's like, I want to do something different. Like, I'm good at being Captain America now. I want to be known for something else to be good at.
I can understand.
Yeah, so that's where I would want to be known for something, one thing for like 10 years. It's like, all right, let me move on. Let's try something else. Let's test myself something.
I feel like if that happens, you can never be a has-been. Maybe. No, that's not.
No, because even
you could
30 years later, people are just going to be like, oh, that Captain America thing you did. It's like, I did a lot of other stuff after that.
Yeah.
You don't remember that? Like, people that have legacies are remembered for other things, Like Denzel.
Yeah.
So, like, Will Smith, like, when he keeps going, even though sometimes he makes bad movies, you're still like.
He made a bad movie?
Yeah, there's a couple bad movies. That one movie that where he's talking to people that are spirits of something. They're like love and like whatever. I don't know what he's writing letters to them, to spirits of something. It wasn't a great movie.
That's probably why, because I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I know movies.
Yeah, it wasn't a pretty great movie. I mean, if you think of hindsight, like, I mean, if you think of like Hancock, it wasn't that great either. It was the concept
I was very confused. At times.
So stuff like that. But when he's done, you don't remember him just being the rapper. You remember him being an actor. You remember Fresh Prince. You remember Men in Black. You remember like all those Pursuit of Happiness. You remember that stuff. Mm-hmm. He's known for being so diverse of an actor, and that's what you really want to be known as, especially when you're in that field. You want to be, and people didn't like Bright either, so they, you know, that was kind of a mixed reviews on that, but that's the point. That's what you're trying to be known for.
My feet are freezing.
Yeah. And that's why, like, a lot of times, that's why a lot of times you see people that they don't come back for stuff. You know, they be like, oh, what they say? Like say like if there was Friday, like if there was like a last Friday or whatever came out, some people wouldn't come back because it's just like
it's enough. Like Neil Long.
Yeah, like I don't want to be known for that.
Here.
Yeah, like I don't want to be. You know,
I wish they would just leave stuff alone.
But then sometimes you get people like Fuller House where they don't mind it. They're just like, I don't mind rehashing because I feel like it didn't define my career, but why not? Like it would kind of mess it up if I didn't show my face.
That Fuller House check.
Yeah, so that too. Yeah, that little Netflix check for him.
Have you seen the movie Don't Tell Mom the Babysitter's Dead?
It's a long title, dog. I didn't see it.
I love the title so long. Oh. Because there's this girl in that movie who was so pretty. And then I was like, what happened to her? And then I found out she was in that movie Road Trip or something like that.
Which one? I know Road Trip.
It was in the family. It's like a newer version of the old version. It was a
when
they're
talking
like in
about
an RV or something.
Oh, you talking about the one with your boy from Hangover?
Yeah.
The blonde hair chick?
Yes, his wife?
Yeah, you're talking about the one that's and I know her from Married with Children.
Okay.
As the daughter. She was
very young?
Yeah, she wasn't very young.
So pretty.
Yeah, she was cute, but she was but that's kind of that was her point too in that movie.
Really?
Yeah.
She was the cutest.
Every time she came out.
I did not know that was her. I was like, that's her?
Mm-hmm. She still looks good though.
She does look she don't look as good as she.
I mean, she's starting to look a little older, but she still looks cute. Give me a chance. I'll be like, what's up?
She was so pretty. I was like, dang, that's crazy.
So, yeah. That's an interesting transition of people. That's just like when I watch Living Single, Scooter, he's Black Lightning in the show now.
Black Lightning? I don't know what you're talking about.
It's a show on CW. It's a new show.
He's so cute. I wonder if he still look like that.
I mean, he looks exactly the same.
Really?
Yeah.
Scooter is cute. I just see him in it.
You see him in a suit?
Yeah. What is he supposed to? Oh.
Yeah. He's just a superhero. He's in the DC universe. So I don't know if they're gonna do.
Who is she supposed to be?
She's the daughter.
Oh.
She's not Phoenix. I don't know who she is, but she basically her power is she turns to fire. I mean, she's fire. But I don't know.
She's
kind of like the Human
Torch.
Like
from Hellboy.
But I don't know if she's called Phoenix. I don't know her.
I didn't know he was in all these movies.
Yeah. But his story on that was kind of cool on that. But it's interesting to see that. And I'm hoping that Static Shock shows up on that show. Because I feel like it's a perfect fit for him. That'd be cool. CW, you can if you need a person to play Static Shock, I'm your boy. And also DC, Warner Brothers, like if you need a Wally West for the movies, I'm your boy. I already got the hair going for you. I could dye it red if that's where you were to go with it. Yeah, depending on the story of Wally West, I could do it. What?
everybody calling out at work and they asking me. I'm like, no, I'm not coming in. I was off today, and I gotta go in tomorrow at 3. That's
ready to wrap it up.
Yeah, take us home, Nikki.
All right. If you like this video, be sure to hit that like button. Tell your friends to hit that like button. Even if they didn't watch it, just hit it. Share it. Comment below.
Don't be stingy with your comments. Say something nice.
Don't be stingy. Comment below, what's your favorite childhood toy that you probably didn't get or you got, or, you know, anything childhood related, because basically this is what this episode was.
Yeah.
What it was. And subscribe to the channel. Why not? If you watch this all the way here, you must truly
love us.
You must love this. You must love it. And I can see my little thing blinking like crazy. We'll see you next time.
What thing blinking?
The record button is doing this. Is basically saying it's about to die.